Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We go and deliver the performance of the season with a 5-1 victory at the Eco Power Stadium. Well, yes, we step into this Christmas. We are 17th, I think it is, because of Peterborough getting a bloody win at the end. But it's all good, folks, absolutely. And Tolaj was our rocket man today. Well, I've done so much talking today, I am shattered. So I'm going to hand it straight over to these two fine gentlemen that join me tonight. And as we present the digest post-match analysis of Doncaster Rovers 1, Plymouth Argyle 5. Yes, you heard that right, 5. Hat-trick from Tolaj, 1 from Oseni, and Amiechi at the end there, getting the 5th. Gavin, just quickly, how are you feeling today?
It's bittersweet, mate. I think, as Andy Prowse has just said, the old share price is down.
Oh God! Don't say it. You didn't say it at all on Thursday.
No, but I've took it all out. It's all gone back into cash until we start losing again. It's pointless otherwise, isn't it? So Hypnos, get out while you can, because there's going to be less bedwetting, certainly across the southwest for a while. Because even the Scum won 3-0. Wow. So there we are. Is what it is.
But you're feeling good.
I'm jaded. It's probably the right word. It's been a long year, and I'm just starting my 2 weeks off. So, but spirits are high, I think, and not the distilled version either. That was probably the best performance I've seen since either Millwall 5-1 or Norwich 6-2. 2 games that stick out of equally dominant performances. It's probably more like the 5-1 under Miron, actually, because it was a lot of transitional football rather than being more shoey front foot. And certainly that was played in the blistering heat and the sunshine. The Norwich one off memory, because I remember being on the barbecue afterwards. But great performance. Apart from one brain fart from Saranola, who I think thought he was still playing in midfield, not left back, and decided to let someone sort of stroll in and get an accurate cross across the box in the first, 6 minutes. From that moment on, I thought we were excellent to a man, including Saranola. So I'll forgive him for his misdemeanour. Even Hazard with 2 outstanding saves. So, yeah, great. I'm sure we'll go through the goals one by one. But I think the 3 big things that stood out for me, I think I stuck in the chat during the game. Ball speed was the quickest I've seen it all year. That was the first thing. Second thing, speed of movement was the quickest I've seen all year. And probably most importantly, from the more speed of thought was the quickest I've seen all year. Everyone seemed to be on it in tandem. Dare I say it, they looked a very, very well coached team who were performing to their tactics exceptionally well, because it was pretty much let them have the ball, win it as high up as we can, a bit Miron-esque really, get the ball down the flanks, get it into the 2 men into the red zone, and one of them scores. So, yeah, a thoroughly good performance. And for those who were wetting said beds a few weeks ago, who were talking about getting out and all the other bits, I think you're going to have to eat some words between now and New Year's Day, because I think we will go on a bit of a crest of a wave now. And I loved his after-match analysis, which was we won 5-1, but I'm not getting carried away. I think when we went away and scored against Burton Albion, they were probably booking their hotel rooms in Wembley area for May on the coach on the way home, looking at bookings.com or TripAdvisor. Other OTAs are available. I think this time they are getting their nut right down and concentrating on what will be a tough game against Reading on Boxing Day. So I'm happy as Larry. I don't think it can be a better performance today apart from one blip. It'd be nice to have won 5-0, not 5-1, but really, really good performance. And credit to everybody from coaching staff, or probably credit from King Derek downwards, I would say, to the man who is going to put the kit in the washing machine tomorrow morning. So really good display.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, hopefully I'm coming across all right. We did have some issues before going live. I think my Mac has given up the ghost of having to have me pit up with it for several hours today with the watch long earlier. But Andy, you got to see the game today. You obviously flew across to France as well. It was Gavin that sort of said a lot there, but the thing for me was the the pace of the game. Argyle were quickly getting the ball moving around. The set pieces were much better as well, but the closing down, the high pressing really disrupted Doncaster. Certainly, after that goal went in on 4 minutes, you did think, and there was some heavy pressure from Doncaster for trying to recall now 5 or at least 10 minutes. It was like corner after corner after corner. But once Argyle got that goal from a mistake, they just seemed to just light up and were just going at everything. And it was just one of the best games I've seen for a while. It wore me out, that's for sure. But glad you got to see it. So what were your, just summarise briefly your thoughts as well, mate?
Absolutely terrible, mate. Never seen anything like it in all my life. The fact that this person's jumping around like a lunatic, but the football was good. I'm talking about Mike's goal celebrations, and if you haven't seen them yet,
I'll show them later.
Performance was outstanding, wasn't it? Every man on the pitch, superb today. I think Reading. I just saw Mike Hawks in the comment section. Mike, is going to be a tough one for you on Boxing Day. And I'm raising a glass of Chateau de Tolaj 25 to the marksman who just bagged a hat-trick today. His first hat-trick for the club. Long may it continue. Slange.
Speaking of wine, there we go. I did don the Voodoo Hoodoo T-shirt today for the watch-along.
You're not going to strip now as well, are you?
No. That's for the late night show for everybody. That is on the... Yeah. Let me just come to some of the comments because there's lots in. So thank you for everybody that's joined us today. So we've got Luke Fryer Scott, who was on with myself and others in the watch along earlier. 3 in a row, get in. Stephen Cooper says, I'm in. Thanks. Come on, you green, says GT. What a result. Julian Holiday says, all I can say is, wow, what a fantastic team performance from Argyle today at Doncaster and a confidence booster heading into the Christmas period. Kami Tarasaki, evening to you, mate. Hello, what a great result. Paul Bailey, Stephen Cooper, can I say a massive thank you from all the Tamerton team for your very kind donation. It will go towards a night out for the squad. Many thanks. Steve Cooper, who's in with us, donated £50. It's sort of bank transfers to me, to you, to me. So they are now in.
This time.
Yeah, they are now in the club's, Tamerton's club accounts. So thank you as well from us for that. Alex at Argyle says, evening all. Stevie Vaughan, evening guys. Argyle's season has finally got started. Come on, you Greens, GT just wants to say again. Brian Pinaretta from Boston, Massachusetts is in as well. He was with us on the watch along. Good afternoon. What a great win today. Come on, you Greens. Andy Prowse, evening lads, this is going to be fun with Gav upset about the share prices going down. Kami Tarasaki says, and top goal scorer of League One, he's back up there after his 3-goal hat-trick. Can't get any better than this for Christmas. And then we also have Debbie Firth, evening all, what a game. Stephen Cooper also saying, well, you're welcome, Paul. Sean Fallick, Mike, love your watch along. Matt Montgomery, I'm still scrolling. I'm going to read a few more out. Hooray, goals. Oseni and Tolaj showed a good interchanging duo. They were absolutely superb together. Voodoo, when will Derek officially be announced? Michael Hawke saying, anyone want to buy away tickets for Boxing Day? Mike did join in as well earlier on in the watch along. He is the Reading fan and he is going to join us on Tuesday night. That will be our live lounge next week. And depending on results, he may not want to come on Boxing Day, or we just might not let him on Boxing Day. Yeah. Whichever way it swings. VW Coco, good evening. I think I found your Instagram page or something there where you do a lot of stuff and work on VWs. So it was good to check that out the other day. Evening to you. Kami Tarasaki says, again, just shows how well the team can perform when they are trained correctly. It's not that I don't think they have been trained, but we'll come to the guys and we'll digest that. I will take a breather because there's so many comments coming in. Give your thoughts across as well and amongst each other. But yeah, I think, just sort of digesting it and obviously being fortunate to witness it. I mean, I do have to point out that there's one person who joins us on the lives every now and then and decided that Christmas shopping with his missus was more important than travelling, as he does, to literally every Argyle game. He decided to bail out of Doncaster because he didn't want the earache. Well, Harvey England went and missed the absolute cracker of a game by going Christmas shopping with his missus.
Shame on you, Harvey England. I never taught you that, schoolboy.
No, so there you go. I mean, of all the games.
Have you seen the post from? He's like laying down seductively on his bed.
Yeah, I have.
I had a twitch. I have to say, I don't want to tell you. He was looking good, and he should stay away now for the rest of the season if they're going to play like that away from him.
Actually, that's a good point, Harvey. You are now banned from travelling away, and I'll force you to watch it with me on the watch-alongs. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to just to take a breath, and because I think it was such a moment of being able to celebrate 5 goals. Bear with, it's 2 minutes, but I'm going to show you the cut-out clips of the goals as they came through on the watch-along. So let's get the spirits going even more tonight. Right, a long ball quickly down to Doncaster number 7. Deep in Argyle's half, he enters the box. He tries a pit across. Oh, come on! Jesus, I said it. If you come up against a better finishing team, when we have that pressure, they're going to score, and that's exactly what Doncaster have done.
Nice price.
Hopefully you all like my festive background here at Home Park. I was distracted at this point. Animal is here. That is... Oh, Tolaj! Out of nothing! Come on! Yes! There we go. This is a game of goals, people. Come on! What's Sorinola doing here? He gets it off to Oseni. Now, down this left-hand side, he rolls it back to Mumba, who tries to cut in. Who's he going to find? It's Boateng there, who tries to feed it through to Tolly. It's a heavy hit. Oseni! Oh, come on! Yes! Oseni with the goal! It's 2-1 to the Greens! Oh, Tolaj's on the break. He's on his own. What's he going to do? It's 3! Come on! Yes! Come on! It's 3-1 to the Greens. What a bit of play! It's again, they're trying to force the issue and put pressure on as Argyle have got this ball deep in there. Oseni! What's he going to do? Oh, that's a penalty! Yes! Come on, you Greens! Come on! 4-1 to the Argyle. What a game! And it's still not over yet. It's still not over yet. Michael Hawks, we're coming for you in that goal difference. Ball again, passes it to Amiechi, who now turns, tries to drive forward. Goes square, though, to Wiradou. Then tries to drive forward. You've got Sorinola on this left-hand side. Overlapping is Tolaj. He chips it forward. What's he going to do? Oh, is it? Oh, God, come on. Hang on, it's not done yet. Yeah! Come on! 5-1. Amiechi with the goal. It was going all over the place in the box. Superb. Oh, there you go.
Valium required, as Matt Montgomery says.
That's it, exactly. I'm amazed that my voice hasn't gone.
As well. You need Joe start putting bromide in your tea, son.
Yeah, definitely.
We did hear that there was a knock on the door with some funny men with a big white jacket. I don't know what they were on about there.
But it was, I mean, obviously it's been, since I started the watch-alongs for our podcast, that was the Exeter away game when they started. And it was obviously that horrendous run.
Fire.
Yeah, of defeats. And then, and yes, Voodoo, who's in, the T-shirt was on, if you didn't hear me say earlier. And we've claimed those wins, those 3 back-to-backs. It's just great. When was the last time we just had such a great game and score loads of goals? I think you alluded to it, Gavin, earlier in your pitch at the start. But it's just nuts. Let me just read a few more comments because they are coming in thick and fast. Argo83 says, I went Mike on Sky Sports Plus, vote Crazy Pilgrim. I want Mike on Sky Sports Plus, vote the Crazy Pilgrim. Matt Montgomery, Valium for Mike at Block 9. Argyle have won the FA Cup, not just beat Doncaster. Benny Van Life says, Santa's Little Helper meets Green Street. Funny. GT says, what a great watch along. Stephen Cooper, well done to Alex. Blog, Harvey's apprentice. Great, Alex. Tell Harvey you never missed a goal. No, Alex Argyle is in tonight and he was at the game, unlike Harvey, as we just said. Argo 83 says, great win, but this crazy league is so tight. A win and we could be 9th or 10th, lose and we could be back in the drop zone. It is absolutely mental, as he says. Michael Hort says, brilliant watch along. Locks9 says, yes, 5 goals. Wow, says Kami Tarasaki. Benny Van Life says, unlucky Harvey. Yeah, absolutely. So let's...
Just addressing Voodoo there, Mike.
Oh, go
on. This is Chateau de la Tolaj 2025 vintage. All right, it's going down well.
Very green.
Yes.
Very, yeah.
It's like my urine now.
Hey, less of that.
It's good.
Laura Camille is in as well from Canada. So great day for us in Canada. Watching this as 3 foot of snow. Wow, on the ground, and -8. Didn't start well and didn't see what was to come next, but sure enjoyed it. So let's break it down a little bit amongst the 3 of us. So it was that awful start. With us going down on 4 minutes, and you just thought to yourself, oh, really, not again? And it was the play. I have got the goals. I've got the highlights from Sky Sports, so I'll show them later. But it was just one of those where it was silly defending. Gavin said that Sorinola got caught out a bit, and I think Rules was with him as well when that number 7, who did cause a few problems for Argyle all game, just cut into the box and unchallenged really as he went in, got the ball across the deck to their number 9, Hanlon, is it, who was on his own, really. I think Ross was caught a little bit out there, Andy. Should have been really watching his man. But it was a great goal, and they just seemed to move the ball so well in that early spell. They get the goal, loads of corners back to back, and you're thinking this could be an absolute nightmare. Like I said, we've come up against a team that could finish, and but it obviously, luckily, didn't end up that way in the end.
I mean, bear in mind they're just giving Cardiff a good game, and Cardiff are no slouches. The top of the league for a reason, and they gave them a good game, and then they start on the front foot. In the first sort of 10 minutes or so, really going at us and getting the goal, of course. And I thought, oh no, this is going to be a long afternoon. But we did something we haven't done for a long time. We dug in deep and started creating and scoring goals. And when was the last time we saw 5 goals away from home like that? It's incredible.
Yeah, it's just
4 at Burton, but 5 away from home.
Yeah, wow. It's just, I think the frustration of just conceding that silly goal. I think there was a lack of, Paul Bailey was with me on the watch along and said, lack of communication coming from the back. And also, I must remember to say, no Dale, who possibly met a tarsal, someone said, but he did have his foot in a leg brace.
It's going to be months, not a couple of weeks, but more like months. But it'll be New Year.
Is it all off the back of him trying to keep that ball in, Gav?
I think so.
Yeah. So no Dale, no Pleggy, who I got some feedback from someone in our Discord who went to the game. Said Pleggy was there. Didn't look like he had any issues. No Patterson.
He's got a flared knee, according to the governor, but it's more precaution, and he'll be back for Boxing Day.
Yeah,
if selected now, I'd say, because Ross had a good game, but there we go.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's the benefits of having your Argyle TV subscription and the full press conference. Mm-hmm. And also, Pato wasn't there. He didn't travel either. Was there anything on Patterson, Gavin?
Nothing said on Pato, no.
No.
It's his birthday today as well. Maybe they just give him the day off to go Christmas shopping. Who knows?
Maybe he was shopping with Harvey. The surprise on the bench as well was Sam Heyman. It was his birthday today as well. Caught that from Cleverly at the end there. He made it onto the bench. Wasn't used in the end, but it was good. But yes, when you consider those players that were out, Gavin, it's still a great turnaround as I try to get his attention off his phone.
Sorry, I'm just researching something. I was researching the stats. No, for me, to play like that without Dale, who I think has been our standout for the last month, and I must admit, we were debating the lineup, what the formation was going to be, and I had Saranola at left back. I think Steve was saying it was going to be Belarus, and I was thinking, oh, please no. We need some solidity, and we need some good length. I had Belarus on the left and a Mumba on the right, but what the hell do I know? It's one of those scenarios, I think, where you got no him, you got no Pleggy, Watt's still not available, no Pato, and you think, oh, I must admit, the back four, I thought 50% of it's gone. from our sort of run of clean sheets. And then, of course, you concede after 6 minutes and you think, oh, no, the Civ's back in. Here we are. And it wasn't that way. So, the only encouraging thing is if you can play that well and have 4 key players, if you include Mackenzie, we've not seen in anger, 5 who would have been a starter, I think, at the beginning of the season, and Galloway, 6 key players not in the side for various reasons, or not in the squad for various reasons. The depth seems to come back. You put another 2 quality players on the side of that, then you've got a team that, if it consistently plays that well, and that's the big, obviously, challenge now, isn't it? Although I think with a bit more experience that will come. We are in a much, much better place than we would have been 6 weeks ago. Even when we sort of won those 5 out of 6 games in September, I don't think there was that level of performance. So, no, it was very encouraging to see us play with that level of intensity and the right level of speed with the ball and everything else moving forward without those players. It was quite remarkable, really.
That was the other good thing as well, is just the passages of play when they did get the ball down and they sort of created some breakaway chances, It was just like, wow, where have we seen that? And it was, although it was a very, that typical 4-4-2, but there were chances where they were able to create. And I think, Oseni and Tolaj up front, I mean, touch wood, we don't want to get carried away, with this, but we will. But it's, those 2 up front, it was just great. I mean, Oseni has had to play on his own up there for the 3 games that Tolaj's been out. They've both been put up there together as soon as he comes back in. And what is it, 3 assists and a goal, as Oseni says himself with Tolaj in that clip at the end. I've got that. I'll play it later. And that's what just really pleased me. It was
I think
pace and
the
speed.
difference is you've got 2 guys up top who are both hungry for the ball, both physical, both quick, and can both cause damage.
Yeah.
And just randomly, by fate today, Belarus is a very good crosser of the ball. Mumba's got back to his best and has looked to run the wide flanks. Saranola and Edwards both ran beyond. It was like an old-fashioned sort of Man United 4-4-2, wasn't it? Because you had 2 wing-backs or 2 full-backs that were quick, 2 wide midfielders that were quick, and 2 hungry strikers that fed off each other really well. So it's all bodes well. And I think the biggest positive today out of everything moving forward is Amici coming on for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, getting a goal and looking slowly towards the Amici that we signed. Because he's going to be a real threat, I think, in the coming weeks. And it's like revolving doors, isn't it? Because Dale's going to be out now for 2 or 3 months by the looks of it. And Amici's back and Belarus is back. So he's never going to have a full deck, is he? Bless him. He must be cursed. That changing room needs some kind of priest to go around with holy water or something and get it exercised. But for me, 2 more in, those 5 or 6 names that we mentioned that aren't yet back in the squad, it's looking a lot more positive today than it was 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, we'll come. I'll pull up FOTMob in a second as well, just to see the stats, and we can look at the game. Just pulling some of the comments up. Stevie Vaughan saying TC said Plaguey has an angry knee, but should be available for Boxing Day, as Gavin said. Steve Cooper said Doncaster manager Grant McCann said that we got the best striker in the league, could not handle him. He was, and I did comment on it in the game, causing all their back line a problem, and that was good to see as well. Ben Collins is in. Evening to you, Ben. He's got his 2 Christmas jumpers as well, so he'll be wearing them with pride on Boxing Day, I'm sure. Ben, say again.
You're going to wear both of them on Boxing Day?
Well, it's cold, isn't it? I mean, it will be cold. He's going to put them both on, yeah? No? Dad, the Janner as well, joined me for the watch along. Do you think they might send Dale back? Well, it could be a potential now with that, if it's going to be as bad as it is.
If he's March, April, they may well send him back injured to rehabilitate and then end the loan and bring someone else in. It'd be a real shame because Dale's been class, actually.
Yeah, I agree. Voodoo saying, ooh, look at me. We play 2 strikers and we score goals. Grow up. But yeah, so no, it's brilliant. Obviously taking the mickey there, Voodoo, as always. Matt Montgomery earlier saying, Tut, please concentrate. Gavin, Dad's addressing you to the bit earlier on. Brian saying, Argyle are 17th place and we are decreasing our goal difference. Yes, it is down to -7.
-7.
Argyle 83 agree, and Dale works his socks off, but no, not a lot of end product. To a degree, I don't agree.
He got 2 assists in 2 weeks if you count disallowed goals. So I don't know what the end product.
Yeah, I think what he might be referring to there is where we haven't had anything much creative going forward.
And there's no one to aim at in the box. Correct. It's been Oseni on his own, or it's been Tolaj on his own.
Yeah, correct.
And when you played Mumba up top with him, or Patterson up top with him, they're both quite intricate sort of passing players who have got pace. Now you've got 2 proper old school physical forwards that both like scoring goals and they can play off each other. It's great.
I've got there's one for Andy in a second, but I'm going to read out Voodoo's latest one. Oh yes, Oxford will definitely take their lad back in a wheelchair and pay his wages. So Andy, this one for you. So Paul Beatty said Mumba was playing in his best position today. The defence looked strong after the first goal, and Boateng and Rules were outstanding, and the strikers gelled together. I did say it on the watch along. I thought he did have a much better game. There was a couple of he was still trying to take players on and just couldn't at times get past them, but overall in the game, he linked up so well with Sorinola. Oseni, when Oseni was on his side of the pitch. Rules, Boateng, especially in the second half, Sorinola, Boateng and Mumba did superb. But yeah, every player did well today, but he did put on a better performance.
Yeah, I mean, for those who know me, you know, Mumba's my favourite player. You know, it doesn't go without saying. Now, his best game today for us for a long, long time. He's getting back to his very best now. He's getting back to what Mumba was before Whittaker left and Hardy left. You know,
I think as well, overlooked here, but for someone who's been indifferent about his performances, the 2 saves from Conor Hazard today were both absolutely stellar, especially the one from 6 yards. The reactions there to tip that over the bar are amazing.
Yes.
The other one, I think he made look a bit better. It was in the centre of the goal, but it was still a great tip over the bar. But the one, I actually thought it come off the crossbar live. I didn't think he got down near it. And then you're like, oh my God, he saved that. What a save that was. So,
I mean, he's hardly had anything to do in the whole game, has he? Apart from pick the ball at the net and then the 2 saves in the last sort of 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
how have we swung from Mumba to Hazard?
Come on, Gav.
When you win 5-1, it's really easy to go, oh, everyone's great. And then the poor old goalkeeper makes 2 outstanding saves, don't even get fucking mentioned.
Well, we're going to come to the player stats in a minute, which we'll
calm down, Gav. Have a glass of Chateau de Tolaj.
I'm trying to just get Andy out of his hole on Mumba, but no, it was. Just to finish on that point, it was a good one from Mumba today, as he has come up. And also Sorinola. So I've pulled up the stats on the screen. You can see the 5-1 there. We'll just hold it there for a little bit longer as Sophie finishes off her crisps. There we go, the goal. So 4 minutes from Hanlon in the first half. And then Tolaj, 11, 23, 73 from the penalty. Oseni on 22 and Amiechi on 89. Now, possession-wise, 54 to 46. Expected goals now nearly nearly above 2. Sorry, I should say not double digits. 1.92 for Plymouth Argyle versus 0.78 for those that love the XG. Total shots 12 to Doncaster, 14 to Argyle. Big chances 1 to them, 6 to us. And let me go to the lineups, which will give us the player stats as well. Just to note, on Doncaster. I did think Hanlon was pretty good. Gibson, the 11 in the first half, was worrying me with Edwards because his pace nearly caught Edwards out, but luckily it was okay. Molyneux, the number 7, who's their star man with a 7.9. I thought he was very good for them today, and lucky we did keep them out. Before I go to the guys for the player stats, just read out a few more comments. It's hard to keep up with them because they are so fast coming in, but it's great. And also, if you don't already, it's a good time to say, please like and subscribe and follow us on your relevant platforms. There's a good load of you on YouTube watching in tonight, so that's great. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're on Facebook or X, go and give us a follow as well on those platforms. We did hit our 500 marker yesterday on YouTube, which is great for us. So thank you, everybody who has shared and told your friends and family about the channel. please keep on doing that. And if you're watching on X or Facebook, reshare the live as well to let others know, and that can come in and join with us. Simon Fort saying, I hope the players aren't playing for T transfer window or Adams making us work. Kami Tarasaki says 9 points from the playoffs just goes to show what winning 3 games in a row can do. Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got, let's go. Matt Montgomery saying that opens up a lone spot, I feel. Really sorry for Dale. Hope it all works out well for him. His attitude since his arrival has been first rate. Here. Stephen Vaughan saying Tolaj is our Haaland. Dad the Janissay must say Boateng looked really good today. Absolutely. Stephen Cooper, nice to see Clev's family in Plymouth for Christmas. Good for him and Argyle, and certainly with the mood shifting so significantly, because we all know what happened when Foster's family were at the ground that time. It's not great. So there we go. So the scores on the doors for those. Yeah, we've got Hazard on 7.6. I need to don the old optics here. 7.6. Edwards on 7.6. Ross and Mitchell all on 7.6. Benarou 6.2. I think for a first full game back, pretty much, he did really, really well. Boateng, I think, is scoring a little bit unfairly. 6.7. Rules 7.1. Sorinola 7.3. Oseni 9.1. And wait for it, Mumba 7.6 and Lauren Tolaj 9.8. Wow. So our 2 forwards getting 9s. Andy, sort of picking up from Gavin, Hazard had, I think, at the set piece at the corners, still a little bit uncertainty at times, but I thought it hit the crossbar too. He did pull off a brilliant reflex save and all round a good game with help from the guys in front of him.
Yeah, he was in his deck chair for quite a lot of the time. Apart from pulling the ball at the net, I think he only had 2 saves to make during the whole game. I might be wrong, but those 2 fine saves near the end was all he did, and he was just watching the other end, cheering the goals going in, bang, bang, bang. But what he had to do, he did well. You're not going to take that away from him. Yes, it's a very good performance by Hazard. Yeah. I want to touch on Oseni though, because I know I want to say this, right, because this guy's a development player, remember, right? We've got him in as a development player, and he's developing alongside Tolaj very, very well. Thank you very much. We need to keep hold of this boy. 50 grand we shelled out on him, was it, Gav?
50 or 60, yeah. It wasn't
50 or 60 grand we shelled out on him from St Mirren, and what a player. What a player. 7 goals this season. So that's
3 assists today.
Yeah. For a development player, that's good stuff, isn't it? It's only going to get better, isn't he?
I'll stick with Oseni coming to you, Gav. I think he's done so well in these last 3 games, sort of coming in 3 or 4, whatever it is now, lose track. But, he just, for me, just from the start of the game, after the goal went in, and we had that little, Doncaster had that spell, let's not forget it was him putting the pressure on the defender. It was a poor pass. You'll see it in a minute. I'll show the highlights. It's a poor pass from their left back, I think. Yeah. And Oseni gets onto the centre back, gets the ball off him, and in the process taps it forward. To Tolaj running on, who slots it away, and the second one for Tolaj, where he manages to win it and steal it from the back 4 after it rebounds. I think it's headed back from Boateng into their half, and he manages to knock it forward for Tolaj, who just breached the defence, went through and scored. And the goal himself, his right foot, not his favoured left, at an angle, side foot straight into the bottom left-hand corner at the first time of asking. You were just like, wow, look at what we've got up front here. I mean, we know Tolaj's good, but Jesus, Oseni alongside him was just absolute class today.
I think Tolaj's ban has done him the world of good, because he's had to force himself out of his comfort zone and play that Tolaj role and get really physical. I criticised him, I can't remember when it was, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, about him, the mentality of him and Tolaj. You can see Tolaj's always going to get there first. He'll smash people out of the way with his shoulders. He is a man possessed trying to get the ball, certainly in the attacking third. He showed that against Wickham away and got that great finish on a tight angle, but only because mentally he was getting that ball first. And now you've got 2 in form, aggressive, hungry strikers. What I will say as well, I'll doff the hat to whoever's coaching the press within the squad, because
100%.
the timing of that press now is really good. And I think if you look at the last 2 games, we've allowed teams that want to play football to have the ball in their half, so we can press high and do a bit of a mirror on ball, get the ball back quickly, and create chances. So both of those guys now should have a long run in the side, touch wood, as long as they're both fit, because they can both lead the press. They've both got ability to hold the ball up. They're both quite quick, so they can both get in behind. They're not lightning fast, but they're quick enough, and they've both got the aggression now to get to the ball first. And as they said in the post-match presser, they're training a lot together, and they seem to have got a bit of a connection. So this could be a kind of a Andy Cole and Dwight York type of love affair, which would be glorious for us going into the new year.
Yeah, just to read out some of the comments about Oseni coming through. Oseni is undroppable. He's been absolutely exceptional in Tolaj's absence. Together today was one of the best performances in years. Long may it continue. GT as well as Come on the Green says Oseni was great today. Liam says, evening to you, Liam. Welcome in. Was there today for the match. Currently live in Newcastle, and the sheer noise we made today must have made such a big difference, even before the first whistle. It might have been like Herbie. I mean, he was absolutely totaled before he even got to the game. He was. We'll tell him that no, we won't tell him. He had fun on the banana bus. An evening to all those guys. They'll be travelling back as well. Poor Jason driving the bus. They're all probably like that.
He was sat with Sam Down, and Sam Down was dissing the Block 9 podcast, I'll have you know.
Oh, that was some good banter. Yeah, it was some good
banter
in there. So yeah, no, it's all good, as everybody that went to that game got a game to remember. Yot Samalo, evening to you. I am happy Plymouth won and Liverpool won as well. I haven't even looked at the Premier League scores. Debbie Firth saying, great watch. Oh, hang on, great watch. Even got my, oh, come on, they're jumping all around me. Got my husband to watch and subscribe. Yes.
Fantastic.
Green Army. Sutton and Shearer is what Paul would rather say. Calling York.
I don't care either or.
Yeah, exactly. It's the pairing. Is it going to be the pairing that defines the season for Argyle? Damien Goodall says, so do we regret calling for TC to go? So let's finish off the player reviews, and then we'll come on to the results, since obviously Derek Adams has come in, and then we'll get the thoughts of the guys and myself on what we make of that. The back line then, so 3 of them on 7.6 there, Edwards, Ross and Mitchell. As I said, Benarous, Andy.
It wasn't Benarous though, it was Sorinola, the left back.
Okay, yeah, well, that's
the other end.
Switching around. There we go. Yeah, thanks for that, Gav. So it's just the way Fop Mob has obviously interpreted it. So 6.2 for Benarous. Andy, I thought he had, considering he obviously has got to get back into those match minutes and hasn't been able to be consistent with limping off with the odd niggle. I thought today he did really well, and it was some good signs there, stepping in, obviously with Galloway out and Pleggy out. So I think his score is reflective, but I think overall in a game like that he did really well.
Yeah, he did well to step in the boots of Galloway. Really, when
he didn't step in the boots of Galloway, he played right midfield.
Oh, but it's not. But down there it says he's on left back. But yeah, I got it right. He stepped in and did a job.
Yeah, he did very well in the right midfield.
He did, yeah.
Considering he's left-footed.
He's got a lot of skill, a lot of flair about him. He looks comfortable on the ball, which was good. So I mean, getting what was it, 60-odd minutes, 65 minutes was good for him.
I think 70-odd actually.
So 70-odd was it?
80. Yeah. It says it there. 80 is when he came.
80 was it?
Okay. I can't see that. I've been very focused on that. But yeah, very good for him. Good stuff for him. And long may it continue. Keep him fit. We might. It's another signing, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin is right, because it's always confusing when Fop Mob does these things and doesn't get it right, and I even watch the game. But I've had a hell of a long day, not just with the watch long. I did a round trip this morning. So, but yeah, I mean, Gavin, look, there's going to be some stiff competition for places now, and I think he did all right. And he managed to get some balls whipped in. He had to turn it on his left foot to cross them in. But for me, I thought, yeah, it was a good showing from him coming back into the squad.
Well, with no Dale now, which is a big blow,
yeah.
you've kind of got him and Amici. I would imagine that depending on how training goes this week, TC might have it in his head to start Amici now he's got a goal and he's a bit more confident, considering he was one of our marquee signings in the summer. But I think wherever you play this kid, he tries his heart out. He's very good on the ball and composed. I prefer to see him up the pitch. To be honest, I prefer to see him play left midfield. But Bally had a really good game there today, so you can't really knock that.
Yeah.
I think for the rest of the season, he'll probably be that sort of player that will either play left midfield, right midfield, or if we have got a further injury, starting at left back. But wherever he plays, he gives his best. He tries his heart out. He's very composed. The ball. He doesn't lose the ball that often. He seems to find the tricky, difficult, very short pass very easily. He's technically very good on the ball. He wants the ball a lot, and he's bearing in mind he's 2.5 years out, and he's only in his early 20s. He's coming back. I think next year will probably be his year of blossoming. Once you get a year under your belt and you're back into some kind of rhythm, but he'll have a big part to play, I think, over the next 5-6 games, because we're going to have to use the entire squad. Because what is it? Is it 6 games in 15 days or something daft?
I'll bring it up, and Dono, I'll bring it up in a minute.
To start today, and Carl and I had this little bit of banter on Thursday about, I was saying, no, he ain't ready to start yet. It's got to be Dale, blah, 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 and it's got to be Saranola at left back. Well, he started, and he didn't do us any harm at all. I thought he was very composed, and he's good set piece as well. Although so is Rolls with his left peg. So you've got 2 natural left-sided players who can hit a dead ball. So good, very good.
Yeah, I think I'll switch it to Soranola now for where those two should be. For me, I think quite a few people have been disappointed with his performances in recent games. He came in today and I thought he did have another great game. Yes, he probably gave a little bit too much ease to that number 7 who put the cross in for the first goal. He had too much space when he received the ball, that number 7, before deciding to run into the box. But I thought he did well, and for a 7.3 there, that's probably agreeable with how his performance turned out. So that was really good. We just need that consistency, Matty. And it's going to be tough for places. So it's going to up everybody's game. Boateng, I'm going to come to... actually, before I move on, the back... Mitchell, Ross and Edwards. Obviously, Ross is trying to make his mark again with Pleggy being out to try and take that spot. So there's good competition for that there. I thought Mitchell had another solid game. And Edwards, to be fair, although he struggled with the pace, that was quite evident in the game in both halves. He struggled a bit with the pace, but he was heading most corners away. He was driving forward and doing a lot. Again, he's got back in to the rhythm of his game. I mean, Andy, you even said to us in the green room, should we call it that before the live? But you said he was your man of the match.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant, outstanding today, Joe Edwards. There was times when he was up the pitch, calling for the ball. I think when Oseni was in the box for the pen, he was in there calling for it to tap into the net. He was up there, his back. It was a really busy game for him today, but I thought he was outstanding today, Joe Edwards. I think his football.
He's always going to be, I think, 7.5 to 8.5.
He's always going to get that. Yeah, granted, yeah.
And the organisation of that defensive set as well, with him and Benarous on one side, and him and Ross in that little triangle with Rolls as well, who played on the right side of midfield. Their communication was outstanding. Apart from the goal, and there was one time got the left where Hazard makes a save from 5 or 6 yards. In 90 minutes, they didn't really threaten for a side that score a lot of goals by getting to the byline and flinging it back into the penalty spot. Really, really tough day at the office could have been. Edwards made his winger, but pretty much anonymous.
But it's that experience, isn't it? It's having that experience. Joe Edwards in there, Rolls in midfield, and then you've got Tolaj up front scoring goals. All that experience is there now. We've got that depth. Yeah.
Well, we're missing 400 odd games today from Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we still did a case. So
every man today, superb.
It's confidence today. If you look at the way they move the ball around and the patterns of play, this is probably what they've been doing every day in training. Which is why even Edwards was saying if we play like we train, we'll be okay. We haven't been. They are now, and that's clearly it must be very satisfying for TC. to see those patterns of play that they're obviously doing week in, week out at the training park actually come to fruition on a Saturday.
Yeah,
and I know someone.
Well, the high press up and down the pitch as well was.
The press was fantastic.
Press was outstanding today. But again, that's about coaching, isn't it? And it's about everyone knowing their jobs. And it's not just the press. And Miron was a master at this. Well, it's when to press, and what order the team go into that press. And their back four shit themselves 3 or 4 times with the ball. Man, Oseni's first tackle high gives a goal to Tolaj. Without that high press, we wouldn't have scored that goal. And then we might have been 20 minutes 1-0 down, and then the heads might have dropped. So it's so important that, and I think he can have a glass of red tonight, TC, and have some real satisfaction of the team did as he wanted to, which is no mean feat.
Well, my colleague who sits opposite me at work, Andy, he said to me on last week, I can't remember what day it was because a week flying by, but he said if a team press us, he said we struggle and we don't know what to do. And nail on the head today. Some of the best pressing I've seen Argyle in a while. Their tails were firmly
since
up.
Miron, I think. Since Miron, that run into the season. Yeah,
it's a good shout. I know someone did ask in the chat earlier about what was TC happy at the end. I have got the free short clip. Gavin has watched the full clip on there, so we'll come to that in a minute. So I think
it just seemed having Tolaj back in there and Tolaj scoring that first goal for us. It just gave us all a lift, give the fans a lift. The fans got behind the players, and when you get second and a third in quick succession as well, the whole game is suddenly just changed. Everything's looking rosy.
I think that's overlooked as well because we've won 5-1. Yeah. We've come back from 1-0 down.
Yes.
Now, that's the first time this season we've got any points after conceding first. The only time we've done it and done it well was QPR in the Cup. When we were down at half time, we won 3-2.
Belarus
so that's the only time before today we've gone behind and got something out of the game. Right, so what that must do to the mindset of that team, which is not 1-0 down. Oh, here we go again, because I'm sure we all did it in 5 minutes in. Oh no, this is it. I saw the comments on Twitter. We might as well go home now, and there was a couple of TC outs, and I saw the share price start to rocket on the old bedwetters. Well, here we go. At least I'll get some money out today. And then bang bang, high press. He doesn't miss, does he? Tolaj, the 1-on-1, he was just like done. So I think the press is really, really important, and I think that and the training and the consistency and the pace of which we played was probably the most important thing of today.
Yeah, I'd tell you, and one to definitely watch will be Aaron Cusack's analysis when assuming that he's doing that with the Christmas break. I imagine he will do.
Yeah, they're doing it Monday.
Yeah, right, cool. So I want to wrap up some of these players. I want to get to the highlights as well. Sort of coming into saying a 6.7. Not the lowest. Belarus was the lowest with 6.2. But for me, I felt in the last few games that Boateng has just lacked a bit of intensity, a little bit of strength. He's been a little bit soft going in on the challenges. And today, I think he did so many things right and so many things that he was doing well when he was playing well earlier in the season. And there was times where he wasn't pressuring or feeling pressured to get rid of the ball, holding the defender off, looking for the pass down the right to Belarus at times. And I thought he did really well, linking up notably in the second half. I think it was with Mumba and Soranola as we were shooting towards that left-hand side of the pitch. I think he just seemed to come alive. Obviously, of course, it helps when everybody's on a positive and playing well. Everybody plays well. You feel a bit more confident. You give yourself more time on the ball to think about what you're going to do. Yeah, but for me, I think he probably could have scraped into the sevens with today's performance. Rules alongside him.
He had that experienced head with Rolls beside him. So come on, let me do bulk of this, and it sort of freed him up a little bit to go and venture forward a bit with Mumba and people like that.
Well, let me click on his profile because he did feed Oseni for the penalty, and it's not on there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd look at that. It says assist, none. He did, I suppose, because it wasn't a goal.
It's not strictly an assist because they didn't score from it.
Yeah, as I was just saying, I just realised.
Because it's the bit before the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, just as I literally said it, but it was a great ball, great vision, and it was his header. I think that came back for, was it Tolaj's second where Oseni then flicks it on. So
If
deserved,
you look
I
at
think.
And for a long
midfield,
time, to be fair to Boateng today.
if you look at the midfield battle today,
Yeah.
Rolsey gets his foot in with his experience. He seems to be able to just disrupt the ball.
Yeah.
What's happening now that probably wasn't happening before with McCabe and Boateng there is once the ball's dislodged, the second ball is normally picked up by Boateng.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's gone to a positive action and they're off.
Yeah.
Whereas before, Boateng was doing the disrupting, but his partner wasn't necessarily doing what he needed to get that sort of next action and for us to win the ball and get out of trouble. So we're winning a lot of ball at the minute in the centre circle or in that area.
Yeah.
Now we've got Rolls winning it. Boateng's very good at spreading the ball wide early or seeing a pass. That's what's getting us up the pitch and transitioning much quicker. And it's the dark arts of Rolsey, really, of knowing where to be, when to be, and how to disrupt. So if you look at this 3 or 4 times today, well, that was just a perfect example where they one won the ball, one picked it up, and it went quickly. And you've got to hunt in pairs and hunt in packs, and I think that's what they've done really well.
Yeah, no, it's good and it's great, and hopefully we know that there's talks of his contract and what we're going to do with
I'm
that.
hoping that's already bloody done, Mike. I think the only stumbling point. So I think the club necessarily will probably say because of his age, we'll give it to you till June or July. He'll probably want 18 months and another season.
Yeah. I know.
Give it to him. If he can play like this next year, no matter what division we're in, he'll be standout.
He's got a great engine in him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it his 3rd or 4th game? Or, so he's getting back into it now because he didn't really.
He didn't play last week, did he?
Yeah.
He didn't play last weekend, so he was left out then. And to be fair, you have to then doff the hat to TC again because he's leaving players out, bringing players in. It seems to be there's a bit of a very small tactical revolving door. Pleggy out today, where I think everyone was crapping themselves, thinking, "Oh no, that's the end of that," and we've won. So
I was a little bit upset.
You're still a bit upset.
I was bedwetting.
Yeah.
The young kid on Twitter was straight on, wasn't he? The one who likes young Sheldon was straight on. He was about 30 seconds after the team were announced. He was on it, giving TC shit.
Yeah, so just moving then forward, obviously Mumba we've touched upon as well, 7.6 there, having a good game. Just a note, actually, it was him and Rules getting in a bit of a scrap to a degree. Well, the other player wanted to probably knock his lights out, it seemed, from watching it, but those two with the yellow cards.
Mumba got booked because of that as well. He got all excited.
Yeah, and he didn't need to. I remember saying, don't get involved. I didn't see his actual yellow for that, so I did wonder if it would be for that. So the difference of being able to take this ball confidently in the middle of the park, as you just said, Gavin, and then find players to get the ball to, that was something that obviously we haven't seen before, players getting into spaces and down the channels. But Owen Oseni, go back to it again, where he was just an absolute menace. We come into the highlights and the goals in a second, folks, but he was just superb, pressing those defenders, forcing the mistakes and taking advantage of it. And his finish for his goal, we touched upon it just earlier, was sublime. So we'll come to the highlights. We've said, we're not saying that we've said enough about Oseni, but we've said a lot already, and we'll do in a minute. But 9.1 for his rating there, only bettered by Tolaj on 9.8. But if it wasn't for Oseni with the setups, then he wouldn't have been able to get those goals. And as I think you said, Gavin, the finishing of Tolaj it just oozes confidence. So that 3-game ban definitely got him fired up.
He's one of those players where I've said it at Home Park, when he's gone through, just tap my brother on the shoulder, he's going to score. It's done. There aren't many players that have played for the club, I don't think, that Tynan maybe. I was having this chat with Matt, Ninja Matt on Twitter earlier. I don't think there's many players that you have so much certainty one-on-one or going through, or like the first goal where he's up the penalty box. You just know he's putting it away. It's a 9.9 out of 10. He missed actually a sitter in the first half with his right foot, where the keeper spreads his leg and it goes out for a corner from another very good ball, actually, from Oseni.
He made the right shot, though. That was the right choice.
It was a great effort. And the weight of the slide ball from Oseni was superb. It was very Patson-esque, actually.
Yeah.
And he doesn't score on that occasion, and that was a big chance. But that's the only one I can remember since he's joined us, that was one of those where you think, oh, that was a big chance. We could have scored then, should have scored there. Every single other one have been really, really, you just sit back and go, he scores. It's like a penalty, but when he's one-on-one, you just know it's like a hockey penalty. He's going to score. It is what it is. So, he's definitely the best striker in the league. There's no doubt about that. 11 goals. He's leading the stats. He's had 3 games off and he's leading the stats.
And
he puts himself about. He's got good pace, good speed. He wins his fair share in the air. Defensively at corners, he comes back and gets his head in the right play. And he did that 2 or 3 times in the first half. He's an all-round footballer, and by God, I'm so glad that there's no window where he can go and play somewhere else, because my arse will be done buttons, I have to say. If he goes next summer, it's going to be probably close to 8 figures rather than 7, which would be a great return for 1 year. And we try again, but hopefully he likes it here and he stays. But who knows?
I think when we get promotion, Gav, when we get promotion to the Championship this year, because we are going to do it, Tolaj will stay with us and think, well, I'm in the great side.
If we get promoted, he'll stay.
We will.
If we don't, I'll be holding my breath from May to August.
Yeah,
because I think there'll be some money coming in.
Let's enjoy him while.
Oh, absolutely! It's just great now. We've got, but if he doesn't get 20 goals now, there's something wrong, because we know how to feed him, and especially if him and Oseni up top stay, because they both play for each other so well. So what a find! Tom Randall got a fair share of shit, rightly so, because he did bring in some quite average players that seem to be getting better, but on some crazy money as well. I found out during the week. I'll tell you that off air. This guy was a real deal, and for 1.2 million, it's an absolute steal. It's like 500k more than Ryan Hardy.
If you think he scored a hat-trick against, a dodgy side today, we'll get another dodgy side coming to Home Park on Boxing Day. He's going to score another hat-trick, isn't he?
It's just
don't say things like that, Andy, because you just know damn well you're going to have to eat every fucking word. You just shut up about things like that.
Well,
don't say them, because we can be smug after the event, but we definitely aren't smug before, because it's a funny old game, Saint. It's a funny old game.
This league. I mean, let's be candid. This league is so just unbelievable. I mean, you can see it. You can see it on the screen share just then. Exeter 3 against Barnsley today. Who'd have thought that? They then enjoyed Christmas outside of the relegation zone. I'm just going to go to some of the comments.
Told me off, Mike, didn't it?
Don't gloat beforehand. Gloat after moment. Never gloat before.
No, exactly.
Well, we've got it in your mouth.
That was a tough game.
We've had such miserable games to talk about. We'll enjoy it and we'll have a bit of fun with it. So some of the comments, again, from you all. Thank you all, just to say as well, for joining us tonight. There's a good load of you coming in now, so appreciate that. Remember, like I said, if you're on YouTube, I can see a lot of you in there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Be much appreciated. Simon Fort earlier saying, no mentioning of sacking or Simon to get out. Come on, you Greens. Was Adams the best signing? We will come to that since he's joined in a minute. Stephen Cooper also said, stick with the Block 9 podcast. Best podcast we got. Thanks, guys. Please keep backing them. Yes, we are spoiled as a club with some great podcasts, but thank you. Appreciate your comments, Steve. Kami Tarasaki, bet the bus drive back to Plymouth was fun for the first time for TC and the team. Matt Montgomery saying, like us to find a snappy tackling midfielder. This was in regards to rules earlier, to bully opposition and bring competition for Boateng and rules. Nicholas G, evening gents, really enjoyed the game. More to come if we play like that. And Evan, who joined us in, evening to you, Evan. He said, evening chaps, almost back home in Bath now. Can't remember being that chuffed with an Argyle game in a while. Certainly not this season. Tolaj and Oseni has so much potential to be lethal. I love that, lethal. What else are we adding? Paul Bailey, Hardy not getting a sniff. Would love him back with Tolaj and Oseni. It could be interesting. Michael Hawke says that's all is in something banter. He's obviously had a few sherries because he's nervous as hell about Boxing Day. Mike will join us. Just a shout out, Mike is a Reading fan that comes in and watches the lives. He is going to join us. all being well, on Tuesday to preview. And like I said, it's whether he wants to come in on Boxing Day or we want to let him in. That will all be dictated by the result. But we appreciate him joining in the conversations. Stephen Cooper, who was the guy who got to lie? Was it Randall, Gavin?
Yes.
Yeah. So fair enough. At least he can have one good signing on his CV. Oseni for 60k is an absolute steal, as Evan paired with the channel. Thank you for that, Evan on X. Your Matt's Yotta's Marlow. Sorry, get my teeth back in. I hope Plymouth get promoted to the Championship. So do I, because I put a £5 bet on 100 to 1. So that would be nice. Bet responsibly as well. And I did see someone. This looked genuine on social earlier. Pit 25 quid on Argyle to win 4-1 with Tolaj to get a hat-trick. And of course, he cashed out at 75 minutes on £2 and a bit grand. So Merry Christmas to
Merry
that
Christmas,
person.
young man. Yeah, indeed.
And like I said, if you do have an addiction to gambling, there is plenty of sites that you can go to for help.
Betfred, Coral.
I also know
Sky Bet. There's loads. You're right. Yeah, it's all good.
Bet responsibly. Loxy 9 will be in the top half by next year. GT saying definitely Tolaj is a beast. Dad the Jana, Tolaj is one of the best forwards we have ever had. I think from a finishing quality wise, it just knows what the goal is.
He reminds me of Tynan.
He
reminds me of Tommy Tynan. Yeah. He's a cracking player, Tolaj.
Yeah, there we go. So right. Here we go then, folks. Let's get to the Sky Sports highlights and enjoy, 5 out of these 6 goals. Yeah, number 7, look, loads of space.
Player. That's could be better there.
There's been so many goals like that this year.
I think Peggy would have blocked that.
Oh yeah, Mike works for Betfred, doesn't he? Get us some sponsorship, Mike. Look at that, Oseni chasing him down, and Tolaj! Look at that. Didn't even need to take a touch. That's the confidence.
This is how they finish.
It's great ball by the way.
Big control by Tolaj, actually, from the pace of that ball.
Pace of the ball to Kirby.
Yeah, Steve, I will come to the fixtures coming up. This new post that a couple of times.
Right inside the post. That's great accuracy.
Yeah. There you go. Flick on from Oseni. Brilliant flick on.
This is a nutmeg as well, I think.
Yeah, through his legs.
Oh, lovely.
Two like that. His legs.
Oh, see it here then.
I'm pretty sure this is a nut.
This is a man of confidence. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
The legs closed. That's why they keep it punch support. His legs.
I have to say, I just want to roll it back a bit because the flick on from Oseni, I think, is just brilliant in the build up to this. Hang on, where is it going here? There we go. It's coming up next. The header from Bowen, the deflection, and then this lovely touch.
That goal reminds me of the Bundu onto Hardy, or Hardy onto Bundu, whatever it was last year. Blackburn.
I can't even remember all that. I've got rubbish memory.
Keep his legs closed there, to be fair.
Boateng involved
again.
Boateng,
that's brilliant. 3 balls from Boateng in this game. It's lost the defence by him.
And a yellow got a red because he wasn't definitely going to score a goal.
Yeah.
That's clinical as well. I wanted to make sure that would get the ball. And this is great. 1-2. Fullback's running on. It was amazing.
Brilliant one.
Was great well there as well for assist.
That's going to do that for the world of good, huh?
Yeah. Everybody wanted to get, and to be fair, Heppel does so well.
Heppel's good. That's a good assist, yeah. Probably. Should be.
There we go. There's the goals. So, I mean, we'll want to play them back. I might actually try and wrap up the commentary and just play it as the background music for the 5-minute countdown.
If you get a chance to, guys, listen to Greens on Screen, right? And Greens on Screen it's got the highlights of the goals, but it's the audio. And I think it's Drew Savage commentating. Absolutely going bonkers. But great.
Yeah. I tell you what, Andy, that's a good shout to go on there. It's been going for so many years. Greens on screen. It is almost the Argyle. It is the Argyle sort
It's
of.
it's a go-to Argyle site for me every time.
Yeah. And so yes, you can get the clips.
Shout out to you, mate.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks for that, Andy. Let's go to the post-match clips as well, the short clips that Argyle put out. First of all, Tom Cleverley.
We're at home on Boxing Day for the first time in 9 years. We've got a couple of home games in a row now coming up. You've talked about rotating the squad and all that kind of thing. We can talk about that in the build-up. But for now, you must be looking forward to, once the niceties of Christmas Day are done, to have a nice home game on Boxing Day and see if we can continue the run.
Yeah, I mean, I love the festive period in football. You know, there'll be full focus on Reading. I mean, it's an important time to spend with the family, but the main focus for me is what we do on Boxing Day against Reading. You know, that's what we do as men in football, and that's where my focus will be at. Yes, we're in a good moment. Hopefully, we'll have a couple more bodies back for that Boxing Day game. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see Sam Heyman here with the squad on his 17th birthday. He's deserved that chance. He played excellent in the Youth Cup, and he's but we should have a couple more bodies back for that Boxing Day game to strengthen us even more.
I'll just also play the clip of
3 points, hattrick, 3 assists, 1 goal. Come on, you Greens. Come on.
And I thought I would have a little bit of fun earlier with the AI and do a little Christmas image of Tolaj with his bag. He's bringing back his sack of 3 points and the ball underneath him there for us this Christmas. So. He mentions obviously Sam Heyman. The youth team were so unlucky in the week. 1-0, they lost to Watford in their cup game, and it was a really, really good fixture. There was no stream of it to watch anywhere. Obviously, Tegan Finn missing in the lineup again today. He did do the full match on Tuesday, and that probably had a bearing as well. But it's great to see that there's another youth player, Andy, coming through. That obviously Cleverley's happy to put. He didn't see any minutes on his birthday, which was a shame. Maybe I think we used all the subs by come the end anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be exciting times if you're a young player coming through the ranks and you're suddenly thrust into the squad. You're thinking, "Oh, am I going to get some minutes here?" You know, but even being in that place where we scored 5 goals and he's seen that and he's part of that, and even if he's just sat on the bench for goodness sake, he's still part of it. So seeing those young players coming through, hopefully Tegan will break into the first team. You know, once we start winning a few more games and getting up higher up the table. Yeah.
Just as a note, gents, I forgot to tell you earlier because of the issues I was having with stream before we went live. I cannot chat, so whatever was just put in there, I cannot see that, just so you know. But Nicholas G saying, I thought the ref had a good game. It took me quite a while, I think, into the game to actually say anything about the ref, which says a lot about the referee. You'd rather they be invisible and not someone that you talk about. We've had some shocking refs in this league this season, apart from, I think it's Abigail Martin, I think that's her surname, in the Port Vale game, if I'm calling that correctly, who was brilliant. And the referee today, Gavin, if you can pick him up just to give him a shout out, I thought he was really, really good.
Let a lot of stuff go. Wasn't overly fussy. I thought he dealt with the melee quite well, where he booked Rolls and one of their guys, a bit teasy, and then booked Mumba for being chopsy. It was, he let the game flow, didn't try and be all about him, was probably one of the better refs we've had, actually. Just on that note as well, the red card from last Saturday for the girls was rescinded.
Oh, right, okay.
So we have Ellie Stevens back for the game.
Real Bedford tomorrow? For
Real Bedford, but we were 1-0 up when she got sent off. And it was a shocker of a decision, and that's his gift. I think it was like 40 grand for the prize money to go through to the next round, which was it's quite a lot of money in women's football. Anyway, there we are. So a world full of crap officials. We are. But today bucked the trend, which was nice.
Did you think we should have had another pen today, though? I thought there was 2 penalty shouts there.
You on about the Mumba one?
Yeah.
No. I think Mumba, with sort of obviously the excitement of goals galore and wanting to be on the score sheet, I felt his touch when he went, took it inside. He just overhit it stretching. Yeah. And for me, it was the right decision. In fairness, I think, Andy.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's that's how a few said in the chat on the watch along, oh, that was a pen. I was like, it wasn't a pen. So yeah, good shout out to the referee and
We've
just
had worse given against us, by the way, but
yeah,
by the
yeah,
by.
exactly. Well, there you go. Decent ref giving the right decisions. And obviously, as Gavin was just saying about the Argyle ladies, it is tomorrow at home to Rail Bedford.
2
So
o'clock.
I won't be making that one because we are doing Santa Claus with the kids and going to Powderham Castle, which we do every year because the Christmas lights display up there is absolutely fantastic. So looking forward to that. I'm just going to go back to the screen share on FOTMob. So a lot of talk about the impact that Derek Adams has made, and joining, with the Port Vale game where that one kicked off away and Argyle getting a 1-0 win at the bottom of the table clash. Then followed by a horrendous home performance against Northampton.
Yeah, but they were just sending off in that as well, don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, correct. Yeah. To Tolaj with the elbow. 3-0 losing in that game. Then away to Leyton Orient with a 1-0 win. Was it Leyton Orient? Are they top with Cardiff? Who's top?
No.
That's Lincoln, sorry, that was a game and a half, it looked like today as well. Sorry. So 1-0 away to Leyton Orient, then at home to Bradford, which was a really good game at Home Park, end to end, but not on the right receiving end of that. And if I just skip forward, because the way it does the fixtures here, there we go. Then it was Wickham away, another 1-0 victory for us there. And then home to Rotherham, obviously last weekend. Scrappy game from our point of view, but we defended for our lives and got the 3 points. And there it is, the 5-1 victory. So has Derek Adams made an impact? Just a quick reaction from me. Clearly, I think probably what he's done is just told cleverly just to shore yourself up, go back to a traditional 4-4-2. Plaguey obviously came back, a couple of games into that, which has helped massively. Mitchell as well, let's not forget, after the passing of his mum, that seems to have now, he's sort of not got that out of his head. It's the wrong way of putting it, but he's got himself back up to tremendous standards in these last few games. But it's definitely not been the prettiest of football, and with lacking in up front as well, certainly with Tolaj getting sent off. But Gavin, it has sort of shored things up and, it's got us some really good results. I mean, our away form is incredible versus our home form. But, today was great to see us defend really well, even though we went a goal down, but then play like we've, sort of digested tonight. And looking forward to things to come. So he's clearly had a positive impact for the club and for Cleverley and the players.
Adams is very... what's the right word? Risk adverse, probably. It's not the prettiest. Certainly, what we saw today certainly was not Adams' ball. Derek does not play that way at all. I think if you look at today, I think it was the best of Rooney and the best of Miron from last season together. High press, but really rigid defensively. I think last year we either had some really good pressing football and we're quite dour at the back, but today we played some good football with that, which was lovely. I think Derek's made a massive... You can see, and a couple of people that I've spoken at the club says that, Derek has his boots cleaned daily by the staff, which would make me think that he's spending a lot of time on the grass. That's not obviously a bad thing, and I think you have to doff your hat to TC. I suppose it was Daddy or Chips to take it or get the sack, but I think he's taken on that advice really well. They seem to work quite well. I had a quick 10 minutes chat with Derek at the girls game a few weeks ago, and he was very complimentary about the thoroughness of the way the training sessions are set up. And I mean, he's not going to slag him off to anyone, but it seemed quite genuine. But the most important thing I think is, TC's 35, 36. He's only his second managerial appointment. He's a young coach. Who's he had to go, I'm just thinking about doing this. What do you reckon? No one.
Yeah.
No one.
100%.
There's been no one in the club to go to as a mentor, which means you're relying on people that you're ringing up, maybe Alex Ferguson or, whoever, maybe Mike Phelan, but they don't know the players. They don't know the club. They don't know that. So you're kind of guessing. Whereas because Derek knows the club, he's obviously very quickly learned the team because that's what he does. He comes in and makes instant impact as a manager. I think the two of their brains is together is much better output than it would be singularly. So you're getting that grit, determination, and hard to beat elements of Derek's style of play. And today, for the first time since September, we saw a very complete performance where TC's quick movement, very quick one-touch football and getting down the pitch as quickly as possible came into play and really catapulted us forward. So it can only be a good thing moving forward. I was probably the only one on this podcast who said TC needs a mentor and be given a bit of time. I'm not going to sit and I'm going to call it out now because I was the only one who was. Everyone else was saying, oh, he's had enough, it's time to go. Often Rome's not built in a day and you need to bed people in. I wasn't defending the results or the way we played at the time, but sometimes you just need to just let people fix their own mess. And I think that's what Tom's done really, really well, along with his coaching staff and a very experienced Derek Adams. So the a transformer, click, those two together create, whoever it is, I can't remember the names of the transformers.
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime, there we go, that'll do. He was a good one, wasn't he? So yeah, that works for me and long may that continue. And I'm just hoping that Derek pulls 2-3 pearlers out of his backside of players to sign in January. You go, wow, where the hell have you got him from? I think I said on Thursday, Uzbekistan's Premier League or whatever it's going to be. He'll pull someone from somewhere because he always does. That's what's exciting me. And if you get Watts back, who I think could be maybe a week or 2 weeks away, McKenzie back.
2 new signings.
2 brand new signings, pretty much, along with the Pleggies and the Amichis, who's now coming back. And so the quality of the players and the quality of the bench is going to be that much better than it has been for a long, long time. And it's boding well, I have to say, for the future, which is why I lumped on at 33-1 earlier in the week.
I just look at the fans forum, right, when Simon Hallett turned around with Paul Byrne and said, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix this. Right. So bringing Derek Adams in is part of that fix. And I think, getting him alongside, as you say, I don't think he had that at Watford, did he? I don't think Clem's had a...
No. But this is what we should have done with Wayne Rooney, and all joking aside. And actually, Wayne Rooney was a slightly more accomplished coach looking back than... I'll probably get pelters for this, than Tom was. It is worse done. But, they brought in Mike Phelan, but they brought him in when he was teetering on the edge of the cliff. Yeah. They should have brought him in when he was at a mile to get to the cliff edge, and they didn't. And that was a bit too little, too late. Fair play to the board. They've learnt. Simon's certainly learnt, and he's got rid of, I think, the individual that's made those poor decisions. Yeah. I think that Paul Byrne's very proactive, front foot, thinking about positive, making interventions early. They've done this. And I have to say, at the moment, it's a bloody masterstroke. We've won 4 or 5 on the bounce, including the cup game. We've only conceded 2 goals in 5 games or 4 games, whatever it is. We've blown people away today, and we are in a really good position. So, all round, you have to take a bit of smugness. And those that were at the pitchforks at dawn outside the Mayflower stand with their torches saying "out, out, out," probably need to just, I would say, eat a little bit of humble pie.
Yeah.
So I just want to, before I respond to that, just say a couple of thank yous to Nicholas G. Good show, chaps. Happy Christmas as they head off as well. Debbie Firth also saying, enjoyed the podcast. Thanks, guys. Happy Christmas, everyone. And Laura Camille also says, enjoy the holidays. Great show, guys. So just to note that. I think that, we'll do a wrap up at the end of the season of all Gavin's Mr. Right stuff when we come to the end. There'll probably be 1 or 2 in there, I reckon, folks. But no, I think the frustration, because it got to the point with pretty much most of us, we always try and bring a balanced view on things. Look, we don't have any discredit for the fans. That there's some that just it does frustrate you at times, but absolutely can understand everybody's frustration and pain. I mean, it was a bit like that with Rooney, and those that said it early on were proven right in the end. I think the nail on the head, as you say, Gavin, is the support, pitting the right support in there. I think Rooney was a bit of a loose cannon. It was an exciting signing and all the PR around it. Yeah. But, cleverly has been focused with his guys on, trying to get into the detail of everything. I've said on shows maybe too much at times, but, having someone in with the experience, not everybody was happy about that, but I can understand why, because I got to the point where I was just like, he's got to go or walk, because it was just unbelievable, and you couldn't see where it was going to come from. That Northampton game was shocking, but yeah, it has been, as Gavin said, a bit of a master stroke. We'll see at the end. We will see at the end, but I think above all else, it's good. Some of those fans would have turned now as a result, but which is great. Fans are going to be like that. Some will be more flippant and up and down, and we've always. It's not deliberate. We're not happy clappers. We just look at it from our point of view. But yeah, so it's that's how we see it, and we don't always all disagree for sure. But no, I think
it's asking that question though, Mike, isn't it? When was the last time we actually won 3 on the spin like this?
God, yeah, don't know. Well, Steve will be the
stat
stat man.
Go and Google it, mate.
It was the promotion year. It was the 101 year.
It
We won the last 6 games of the season.
It was, yeah.
But we haven't won 3 in the bounce since. We certainly haven't won 3 away on the bounce.
No,
that was
mad.
No.
Moons ago.
And we've won more games away from home this season than Shuey ever did in that season.
We're 4th in the league table.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that get pit up just now. I'll actually just quickly show, because conscious of time, and it has been a long day for me, but here it is, the next games that are coming Argyle's way. Yes, Michael Hawks, it is the big one. It's the Plymouth Argyle versus Reading, your team, on Boxing Day at that 3 o'clock kickoff. Followed by another home game on the 29th, where we face Wickham at home. Can we make it a double victory against them in the league? Then on January the 1st, it's away to Stevenage. There will definitely be, I think, I haven't checked with the wife yet, but I think there will definitely be a watch-along if I can do that on that
come
game.
on, Michael, I'll drive you. I'm going.
You're going up, aren't you? Let's just see. Yeah, you're going up with your cousin or nephew. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Actually, that's not a bad shout. Could I do a watch along live from the ground? Signal depending. And then obviously January the 4th, you can see we face Burton at home, and then you can see the next 2 fixtures running into Jan. Wigan away, Bristol Rovers away, and Peterborough away. Wow, 3 away games on the bounce in January.
Trophies are one of them, isn't it?
Yes, sorry, good spot. Yeah, the Bristol Rovers Tuesday night game. Thank you, Andy. So, so let's just read some of the comments out as well, because they are still flooding in. Dad the Janice says there were fans during the 101 season that would call for Shuey's head after a defeat. So some fans will never be happy. The wonderful world of football in any sport. Simon Fort saying, I'm happy with Adams and Tom Cleverley. Thanks for the pods. Always green. Happy Crimbo. And thanks. Yep. Cheers for that, Simon. Thank you for joining us this few festive shows. Locks9 saying, yeah, they were singing You'll Be Sacked in the Morning. What a turnaround. And let's just give it to Cleverley from the mental state of having to go through that.
Dig that deep.
Yeah, and see there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
He has got some mental strength, that boy, I tell you, because I know he had it at a much bigger scale at United when he was vilified for whatever reason. But you've got to have real strength to get out of bed in the morning, force yourself to go into training, knowing that everyone in the city wouldn't piss near you if you're on fire in case you're rolling it. He has turned that round completely with I think King Derek's help. But now I think we if we win on Boxing Day, there needs to be a bit of a calling out his name again, because you credit where it's due. 3, 100%. Do corner. Come on, guys, sort it out.
Gav, where did you get that?
I'm a happy clapper, but God, if we win then and we've won 5 on the bounce, then surely he's brought his way back into your affections.
Yep. Where did you get that image that you shared in the group? That AI one.
Which one? What, of Lukey Wookie or Lanky?
The image.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was someone sent it to me.
Oh, gotcha. It was basically an AI image in the background purporting to be the Devonport that had a banner that said "I'm sorry." Yeah. It was just good bit of fun. Let's wait until the end of the season for sure, as Gavin's looking at it on his phone. Some more of the comments. Ben Collins still think we should have stayed with Rooney. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Ben. Locks9. I have them in 5th for form based on the last 5 games going by greens on screen. Paul Bailey saying, do you all think if Adams wasn't bought in, TC would have turned this around? Do you know what? It's a great question. We'll never know. There you go. Yeah. So
I think he would.
It says we're sorry, Tom. It's
So,
very
I
good.
think-
I
can we
think
get
Clev's
the
would turn us
boys?
around, Mike.
Oh,
Just-
hang on.
just-
Can we
Sorry,
get
go on.
PFC displays to make that one up?
Yeah,
We'll
come
sponsor
on,
it.
Nick.
I'll sponsor it.
Yeah, need to. Yeah, that's a big banner. What were you saying, Andy? Sorry.
I think in answer to the question, that Clevs would turn it around because he's got players coming back in now. He's brought experience in with roles, and I think he generally would turn it around.
Yeah, look, we can give him
Without
that.
Adams.
We certainly won't know. I think from a club perspective, just to add a final point on Adams, it was the experience that I said on a show as well that also the club needed, and certainly Paul Byrne in there, especially because obviously he doesn't officially start until January still. So having some
Wait till he officially starts and we go on a run of 5 or 6 wins on the bounce. He'll be like,
Stephen Cooper just said,
"He be this CEO like."
Manager of the Month award.
Give me my bonus now, please, Simon.
And that's that.
Yeah, very good.
Clevs would be up for the December Man of the Match, Manager of the Month award.
Yep, and Stephen Cooper also agreeing with Gav, saying that he wanted to keep Clevs. I mean, everything's hindsight, but all we can do is just
It's not
say
hindsight at the time when you're the only one in the whole world going, let's give him
in the
another go.
whole world. Oh my God!
Well,
Come
okay,
on,
it felt like
Jones.
it when you're getting absolute pelters on social media for being a happy clapper.
And deservedly, folks, deservedly. Keep giving them the pelters.
Yeah, where the
But no, look,
bedwetters now?
that's-
That's a question, isn't it?
Say again.
Where's the bedwetters now? That's the question.
Well, look, they'll still be out
Or
there.
the Have It Out Brigade? Where are they?
They may end up coming out again. Look, we don't want to get too carried
We'll lose
away.
one game and it'll all come flooding back. Don't worry.
Yeah, probably.
We will just enjoy the moment with you all for sure. So, Stephen Cooper saying Clevs could be up for I mean, imagine that. September. Was it September Manager of the Month? Then it all went Pete Tong. And then could he be
October,
December?
November, December man of the month. That'd be hilarious.
And Tolaj could even then be Player of the Month. Did he get that
Player of the
before as well?
season.
No.
Well, but what I mean is, if we get a manager and a player
of the month. Yeah.
Yeah. Green Gruffalo saying, great pod, guys. I'm clapping happily. Yeah, as we all are today. Even Michael Hawks, a Reading fan, says, all joking aside, very winnable games for Argyle, your next few. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens.
They're all tough, to be fair, Mike. And I get your sentiments there, Michael, but every game is going to be difficult. When Doncaster would have been difficult today if they'd gone 2-0 up, for instance. But
yeah, well, it just shows the
day,
league. Let me just bring actually the league up. Where's my screen share gone? Let's go. Come on, computer. So let me just get to the league. You got Cardiff who played Lincoln today, and Lincoln won that, but it's 41 points. Look at that, 4 wins and then the defeat today to second place Lincoln. It is interesting at the top there. Then you got Bradford on 37, Stevenage on 35, Stockport County on 35, Bolton Wanderers on 34, who did lose today. That completes the playoff places. Note that number 34, and then you come down to where we are hovering on 25 points. So 9 points.
There's three greens there, mate. I really am.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy seeing that.
Peterborough the same. We exactly the same as Peterborough.
Yeah, they did get a win. I think it was fairly late on because I suddenly saw it jump as I went back to it.
Above them, weren't we? We were 16th at one point.
And there we are, look, with Reading all on 25, Rotherham on 24, Burton 24, Exeter 23, who do make it out the relegation for Christmas. And then it's Mansfield, Blackpool, Donny Rovers, thanks to us, and Port Vale. Port Vale painfully on 15 points.
I think Blackpool won today as well. Blackpool won 2-0 away today, and they're thinking, whoa, we're out of the relegation zone.
There you go. Blackpool 2, Wigan Athletic 0 away to Wigan. So let me move up onto this screen and move off that. So I tell you what, we'll end the show with 2 clips. Of course, one of them is going to be my watch-along celebrations again, just to say goodnight and end on a happy. But I have got the clip that Argyle also put out a Tolaj's hat-trick, so let's just play that quickly as well.
Given that they're in the lead, they will want to keep hold of it and try and boss it, but Oseni's won it back, and Tolaj! Scrap that, because Argyle have equalised, and it's come from a bit of pressure. Now they've got to do something about keeping hold of that, and are they going to start here with Oseni playing it through to Tolaj? He's clean through, edge of the box, Tolaj! It's 3-1! Takes a breath. Steps up, left-footed, slots it in, and Argyle have a 4th goal.
There we go. So, there's his goals. Before I do the watch-along bits, final thoughts then from you, Gavin, please?
Bit like TC, really. Let's not get too carried away. It'll be nice to go to Reading on some form. If we can replicate that at home, we will have home park, the Fortress, back pretty sure. Yeah, I think there's some interesting selection conversations to be had now. Amici may be starting. Pleggy back. Does he slot himself back in next to Mitchell, or does Ross keep his place? It's lovely, isn't it? And you might have Caleb Watts on the bench Boxing Day. Who knows? But it's really, really nice to have some quality players not in the side coming back who can really dominate, and then that creates a lot of selection issues for the boss, which is where we want it to be.
Just wanted to get I've just taken my, I have been, for those that are listening on the podcast channels, and thank you for always listening in across your favourite platform. Don't forget, if you are listening in, we'd really appreciate a review. So click on those stars on wherever you're watching, listening, even Spotify or podcast. But I have been wearing my Buddy Elf outfit, which I wore for the watch along. I've just taken it off to reveal my Voodoo. Voodoo's from X, for those of you that don't know, because you might not. It might be like, what the hell is this Voodoo? He's a brilliant guy on X and always gives out a lot of witty banter. And I did a t-shirt. He's always in on the pod when he can. And since I've put it on, we've won on these away games on the watch along. So I'm going to keep it. I did wear it at home to Rotherham. Sorry?
I haven't washed it yet.
No.
It will stand up on its own by February.
He's not taking it off. He sleeps in it as well.
I do.
And also, just to answer Voodoo's question earlier, for Christmas Day, Voodoo, I do have a bottle of 2018 Chateau Latour, which has been sat down for some time. So that's coming out.
The cheese board. You did mention about a cheese board.
There's loads of cheese. Sean went to Bath for 4 days, so you come back with about 4 grams worth of cheese. So that's not a problem. But I have a very smart bottle for Christmas Day, which I'll try and hog most of, I have to say.
Blessed are the cheesemakers, that's what I say.
What's that, Andy?
Blessed are the cheesemakers.
Yeah. Your final thoughts, Andy, actually?
My final thoughts, I'm actually looking forward to going to games again now. After that,
that's a good shout.
Despair, but no, I'm looking forward to going to games again now. And thanks to Mr. Martin Ingham, I did say I was going to give him a shout out. I shall be in the hospitality for the Reading game, so I shall see Gavin there. And I shall have a pint with Gav, my buddy, and hopefully cheer the boys on to another 3 points.
Yeah, enjoy that. Let's read a few more comments before I play those clips. So let me scroll up a little bit here. Michael Hawks, great show as always, guys. Always enjoy. He will be on, just to shout out again, on Tuesday night with us as a Reading fan to give us his thoughts. We'll make it a good, fun one as well, of course. I meet to 2897, excuse me, voice is going out. Merry Christmas to all and to you. Brian Pinaretta, who we showed his little clip the other day on the Live Lounge on Thursday. He's got his Block 9 merch over there in Boston, Massachusetts, and joined us as well. Joined me as well on the watch along earlier. He says, Merry Christmas, or Merry Argyle Christmas, everybody, with a load of trees and football emojis. Yotsamalo says, good night to all Plymouth fans and have a wonderful Christmas. Paul Bailey, have a great Christmas, guys, and thanks for your support. We are there Tuesday night. So we're not quite off before Christmas to bring you that Reading preview. GT has come on the green, says, Merry Christmas all. Come on, you Greens. Stephen Cooper saying, I think Boxing Day will be a sellout. Yeah, absolutely. And a rocking atmosphere, hopefully. And you'll see a few. Oh, Andy's got it on. A few of the Block 9 Christmas jumpers. Andy Prowse, dropped back in as he disappeared to do something earlier. Just got back in the room. Thanks for a great pod. Have a great Christmas, lads. Again, we'll see you on Tuesday, though. We'll be there Tuesday, and it'll be like, just us with Carl. It'll be like, where is everyone?
Cheese and biscuits.
Yeah. Graham Burton saying, we're still the biggest losers in league with 12 defeats, so keep calm. All right, no need to put a negative on it, Grinch.
The Grinch who stole Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. What else have we got? CV Vaughan, I can't go Boxing Day, else I'll be in the doghouse. And Loxy 9, at least we're not drawing.
Yeah.
So, to end, Dad the Jana, look forward to Tuesday. Yeah, so to end, because it was a great watch along, and I let my emotions go out this time. But yeah, I'll run this clip to see us off because we've got to make the most of this result. Right, a long ball quickly down to Doncaster number 7. Deep in Argyle's half, he enters the box. He tries a pit across. Oh, come on!
Bed wet.
I said it. If you come up against a better finishing team, when we have that pressure, they're going to score, and that's exactly what Doncaster have done.
Good old
Hopefully you all like my festive background here at Home Park. I don't know what this animal is here. That is... Oh, Tolaj! Out of nothing! Come on! Yes! There we go. This is a game of goals, people. Come on! I said earlier, I was right in the end, which was good. Just like Sorinola doing here, he gets it off to Oseni. Now, down this left-hand side, he rolls it back to Mumba, who tries to cut in. Who's he going to find? It's Boateng there, who tries to feed it through to Tolaj. It's a heavy hit. Oseni! Oh, come on! Yes! Oseni with the goal! It's 2-1 to the Greens! I think the whole... Oh, Tolaj's on the break! He's on his own! What's he going to do? It's 3! Come on! Yes! Come on! It's 3-1 to the Greens. What a bit of play.
Children hiding under the table.
Again, they're trying to force the issue and put pressure on as Argyle have got this ball deep in there. Oseni! What's he going to do? Oh, that's a penalty. Yes! Come on, you Greens. Come on. 4-1 to the Argyle. What a game. And it's still not over yet. It's still not over yet. Michael Hawks, we're coming for you in that goal difference. Ball again, passes it to Amiechi, who now turns, tries to drive forward, goes square though to Wiradou, then tries to drive forward. You've got Sorinola on this left-hand side, overlapping is Tolaj. He chips it forward. What's he going to do? Oh, is it? Oh, God, come on. Hang on, it's not done yet. Yeah, come on. 5-1. Amiechi with the goal. It was going all over the place in the box. Superb. Can I just apologise to the gents for being such an embarrassment to them on the Block 9 podcast?
Can you just...
I'm glad you reflect finally, Michael, to be honest.
Can you just apologise to your neighbours who had to endure that this afternoon?
No, they can get lost.
They get that every Saturday night about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Wendy.
When he schedules it in for a bit of alone time.
I still can't pronounce Amiechi or whatever, right? I tell you what, like, I just listened to that back. What I thought was the most random, well, I say random, but players are all over the pitch again today, getting into positions. But to say the overlapping Tolaj with Sorinola on the ball was just mad as he cut around and drew the defender out, actually, which allowed him to do a 1-2. Was it with Boateng? But his little flick on. It's a shame, really. I thought this will be an incredible goal if he'd have finished it, and obviously we did still finish it with Amici. But yeah, so final thoughts from me. We are back Tuesday. The game is on Friday, on Boxing Day, so we will be back for the post-match of that game on Saturday. Nearly was tempted to do it on Boxing Day, but of course it's family time, so we will be back on the Saturday. I believe, Andy, you're free. Gavin, will you be there as well? Yeah, Carl is working his shifts tonight at the hospital, so that's why he's not with us. And Herbie is too drunk and hungover and probably asleep in the banana bus on the way back. And Harvey obviously has been spending a lot of money on Christmas shopping, as we said earlier, and missed out on the best game in a long time away from home. So yeah, from us, we shall see you on Tuesday before we give you our Christmas well wishes. So join us then if you can. Thank you to everybody who's followed and subscribed. I can see a few more have come in tonight as well. We wish you well. Just enjoy the moment for what it is for now. Until Tuesday,